So, guys, welcome back again to my life, and thanks for those that are tuning in this night. And good evening, everybody that is in this live. So, today we'll be discussing some issues or some headlines per se. So, first of all, the Yorubas are now coming out to say that the Igbos are actually builders, that they are now in support of the Igbos and not the Yorubas. And they say that the Northerners are destroyers. Could you imagine that coming from Yorubas? And then I asked myself, what caused or what led to this statement by the Yorubas? Because if you check it now, in every state you go to, or every country you go to in in this world, you must find the Igbos there. So the Igbos are more like the bedrock of most countries right now we have in this world. If you go to Canada, you see more of the Igbos there. You go to London, you see Igbos there. You go to England, you see any country you go to now, you must see the Igbos. And the Igbos are just there helping to develop that country. That's how important the Igbos are. And now imagine a whole Lagos coming out to say that the Igbos must go. Then my question is, if the Igbos go now, how will Lagos be developed? Because we all know how Igbos have helped to develop places like Lagos and places like the northern side. The Igbos are the bedrock in this country, no doubt about that. And we all know how the Igbos have also helped the Northerners in the time in the person of Peter Obi is an Igbo man, as we all know, it's from Anambra State, the former governor of Anambra State. And we all know what he did in the northern side, where he gave it. So he gave borehole to the northern side. He helped to develop and to renovate a hospital in the north. And then why are the Lagos saying that the Igbo should go? And I'm happy to hear these headlines and to hear that the Yorubas are saying that the Igbos are the bedrock of Nigeria. So he said, I support and respect the Igbos because they bring progress, development to my land and not destruction. Like the Northerners, Igbos are builders. This is coming from a Yoruba priest. It's not like he's a normal Yoruba, but a known well Yoruba priest. And you can see, yes, Igbos are the builders of this country because most companies in Nigeria are owned by the Igbos. Go to the Lagos state, Lagos are more of the Igbos because the Igbos build companies or businesses that employs most of the youth in Lagos, especially. And also, break it down to some states, the Igbos have businesses that they employ most of the youth to work in. So that means Igbo brings businesses into this country. Igbos give jobs to youth. Igbos employ people and make them useful in life. These are the Igbos. And I don't think any state or any country can even do without the Igbos. It's not even possible. That's why you see that Igbos can survive in every state in this country. We all know how Igbos have been discriminated for how many years now. Even after the Biafra War, Igbos have always been discriminated in this country. But guess what? The Igbos always survive. That's one thing with me and Igbo man. Igbos always find a way to survive. This time of Buhari, it was looking as if the Igbos are going to all die because of the hardship, and because the Buhari is not an Igbo. And guess what? The Igbos survived Buhari's regime peacefully and survived very well. So now we are now in Tinubu's regime. It was also looking as if the Igbos will not survive this Tinubu regime. But guess what? The Igbos are pushing through. And a whole protest happened, 10 days protest happened, and then the Igbos say that they are not going to join because of what happened in the NSAS protest, where they blame the Igbos to be the destroyers of this country. And I'm happy that Yoruba priests have come out to say that Igbos are not destroyers, but Igbos are builders. Simple as that. Igbos always come to a place to make it better. Go and ask us in Canada how Igbos have helped to develop that country. Go and ask other states like London or Dubai how Igbos have helped to develop that state. And guess what? The Igbos cannot be like nobody or no culture, no ethnic group, no state, no country can do without the Igbos. That's why the Igbos are always jealous. Like people always jealous the Igbos. Yorubas jealous the Igbos, Lagosians jealous the Igbos, the Hausas jealous the Igbos, and that's the main reason why the Lagos are saying that Igbos must go, nothing else. Go to Abuja now, you see what Wike is doing there. Wike have been demolishing Igbos property because of why. Say that how can there was a video that trended as of April where Wike demolished a huge million project owned by an Igbo man. Why was that demolished? He said that how can this large place be owned by the Igbos? That was his statement. how can this place be owned by the Igbos? And then he demolished it. That is the level of hardworking the Igbos are in terms of building and development. Igbos owns a lot of businesses in Nigeria, and that's why these people are fighting the Igbos so badly that they want to remove the Igbos from the surface of this earth. But guess what? The Igbos are unkillable. That's why Nnamdi Kanu is still alive because you cannot just kill the Igbos like that. Let's talk about Nnamdi Kanu, how this government hates him so much that they still keep him in custody even after courts have bailed him. Because only the case of Nnamdi Kanu started for how many years ago, and court actually bailed him, but yet the government said no, that they will not allow him to go. Forgetting that Meti Allah also was known for terrorism in this country, and yet the government have released him to go. We all know other people that have been known for terrorism in this country. The people like Boko Haram members that the government have to bring back into the society because they say that they are repeated Boko Haram members. So the government have to bring them back to society. Why? Because they are not Igbos. Meti Allah that was known for terrorism was released by the government. Why? Because it's not an Igbo. But here's now the Kanu that was free and are declared free of charge by the government. And guess what? This government are still holding him intact, or when I say holding him in detention, because why? It's an Igbo. This government have something with the Igbos, but guess what? The Igbos always survive. So let's look at this headline because the things we see in this country. First of all, look at this picture first. You will see the picture of people that came out for APC rally. And yet we ask ourselves, is this country worth fighting for? Whereas people that in this country are always acting like people that don't have common sense. This is a picture of an APC rally where people were gathered in millions, and yet we are fighting against this same APC government because they're not doing well in Nigeria. But guess what? The rally was held, and then these masses we are all at present in the rally. Why? Because some will be giving them 1 5, some will be giving bag of rice, some will be giving token, a simple chicken change, and then they have the mind to come out and in this episode. So this person tweeted that this is the reason why you should never bother yourself with Nigerians and their perpetual suffering, especially if you are in diaspora. Just look at the crowd at an APC rally in 2024 and then realize how useless so many Nigerians truly are. No doubt about that. Many of us are truly useless because the way we act sometimes asks questions. How can I tell how you fighting for a government or a party that has not been doing well in Nigeria, and yet we have this tons of people showing up to support them? Then tell me what we are really fighting for in this country. Because me, I don't even understand and get any longer. We can't be fighting this party, and yet this amount of persons came on to support them. Why are you supporting them? What have they done or achieved in this country that this amount of persons came on to support them? And he heard it from that tweet that said that this is how useless most of Nigerians can be. Because if this is not uselessness or stupidity, tell me what else this thing is called. Because we are all in this suffering. And you heard it now that if you're in the diaspora, you should never bother yourself about Nigerians and the sufferings. Because this is the level where we are. We are suffering and they are looking for a way to make our life better, but yet some persons are still going back into the fire. We are trying to bring out the from persons from fire, but guess what? They don't want to be freed. They don't want freedom. They don't want to better their lives. They are still going back to the fire again because this crowd speaks volume that people are not even trying to make Nigeria better. People are not even supporting Nigeria getting better because they are all bribed and they are all in for the giving bribe. How much are they giving them? 5,000 naira. Highest they will give you is 10,000 naira, but that is rare. They always give 1,000 naira, 1 5. They are in love with 1 5 because they feel that 1 5 can do something in the life of a Nigerian right now. But that doesn't make any sense that we will have this amount of persons supporting APC in this time of crisis we are in Nigeria. Because we are suffering in this country, we are suffering, we are going through hell in this country, and then we have these people supporting them. And this also speaks volume about what happened during the protest that we had about end bad governance in Nigeria. We all know how some persons also were bribed to come out to do an anti-protest. That means they are doing against that protest, saying that they don't want protest to happen. Why? Because they've been bribed with how much? 1 5, 4,000 naira, 5,000 naira highest. And now they are saying that they don't want protest to happen. Then tell me how again this country can be fixed. Whereas the people that are in the country don't want it to be fixed. Why what are you doing with bribe at this time of the country where nothing is working any longer? School fees is very high, body fee is very high, fuel is very high, food stuff is very high. Everything in this country is high. But guess what? The country is bent on corruption and bribery. And that's why this country cannot move forward at all. So let's take a look at this headline that says that the Serap sues Tinubu over failure to reverse unlawful petrol price hike, probe NLPCL, despite intimidation by the secret police like the DSS. Yes, the DSS have invaded the office of the Seraps for calling Tinubu out over the increase in fuel price. And then they tried to arrest them, but I guess they couldn't arrest them. So the Senate have also come out to issue warning to the Tinubu government over the failure to reverse the unlawful petrol price hike because this hike is actually unlawful. It's not adding anything to the community, rather it's making life more harder and harder. And I think everybody needs to come out and address this issue of fuel price, which is protest. And so we all know him. And guess what? You know this country is so funny. The government placed an RM, or like the government declared Sowore wanted. Why? Because he's moving for October 1st protest to happen. So they after declaring wanted, and on his arrival to Nigeria, he was actually arrested by the police there. And I think he has released because he's actually not guilty. Everybody has a freedom of protest. You can come out and protest and say what you don't want or what the government is not doing right. And then the essence of protest is for the government to come out and address the citizens. But that's not in the case of Nigeria. In Nigeria, they don't care about the masses. You can protest all you want. Why we enjoy the statement from the Senate President of Nigeria, Senator Akpabio, where he said that you can protest why us we enjoy. That's the level we are in this country. And then they've sued Tinubu over failure to reverse the unlawful hike in fuel price because yes, that needs to be done. You can't imagine that if fuel, a little of fuel is being sold at 1 3, then how do you expect masses to survive? How do you expect businesses to be run? Because most businesses are being run with fuel, and this is not working out again. We need to come out and protest. So this is so really telling us as Nigerians that if you feel the burden of bad governance under Tinubu government, don't wait till October 1st to protest. So that tells Nigeria. So it's actually pushing for even if you can come out and protest before that October 1st, it will be nice. Because I think this country have not yet suffered enough. And this country have not yet gone to that level where everybody sense will come back. I think this country have not got to the level where everybody have not have any option than to go out and protest and get our mandates back. I think the government have not get to that level where everybody not in the head, where everybody will be sensible enough to know that we don't need bribery and corruption any longer in this country. Because there's no way you can tell me that we are fighting corruption by a party and then we have millions of people going there to support them. Then what are we not doing or what are we not talking about? This Nigeria is a joke. Both the government, both the Nigerians as a whole. In fact, Nigeria as a whole is a joke because we are fighting the bad governance and then the citizens of Nigeria are supporting the bad governance. Then who will fight this fight? Because this is a fight between injustice and the country. But the country has given us injustice enough. Food is high, life is cost. You cannot buy clothes as a guy right now. You cannot buy a clothes not less than 20,000 naira, 15,000 naira. I mean, one clothes like a polo. Then how then do you allow people to get clothes from? That means people should go naked because that's the level this country have put us in. They want us to go naked because life is so unfair to many right now in our country. Let's just look at this headline, but I think yes, this government should do something. So concerning the issue of Lagos State government increasing school fees from 35,000 naira to 100K. So the women or let's say parents have come out to do a protest because this country only thing we hear is protest, 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 protest here and there. And then the question is the government actually doing anything about that protest? That's the most important question I need to be asked. What are the government doing over that protest? Because since over protest has happened in this country, the government have turned deaf ear that they don't even care about the masses. So protest, protest, protest is ongoing. Now, parents protest at Lagos Model College ever at the larger school over the 186% hike in feeding fees. In a country where life is hard and we are looking for a government that will make life easier for us, but unfortunately we have a government that always makes life more harder on us. Because what the hell is increasing feeding fee by 186% instead of making life easier and making it more harder? And I think I went live on this topic where I said that the Lagos state government increased the price of boarding fees in Lagos to be 100,000 naira. Then when you ask yourself how many businesses can save up to that amount of 100,000 naira, even a month, even 2 months is hard to save up that amount of money. So I read from that article that said that they have insisted that their wars will not resume until their demands are met. Defying the scheduled resumption, the parents pledged to continue the protest until the government relents. Then my question is how long will they continue the protest before the government can relent? Because a government that didn't relent for a whole 10 days protest, I don't see a possibility that they will relent on any other protest coming up in this country, Nigeria, because they don't care about the masses. All they care about is themselves. So now the parents are now angry and they're now coming out to protest against that bad governance, and then the government are not doing anything about it. So the parents voiced their frustration with one of them saying, why do you want to keep our children at home? Don't keep our children at home. We can't afford this money. This money is too much. Our children want to go to school. Solidarity forever. We always fight for our rights. Simple as that. People want to go to school, but the government are making it so hard on people to send their children to school. You can imagine that video. I don't know why I keep on going back to that video of that lady, that widow that came out to cry to the government. Like she was literally crying online to tell you the level of anger and frustration this government have led us to or kept us in. A lady came out and was crying so bitterly, asking the government and begging the government that they should have mercy on us. Because to me, I feel it's a payback of what happened in the last election because people didn't support APC. So I guess it's a payback to every single person in Nigeria. But my anger is that the payback is not getting to everybody, both people that supported and people that not support. So everybody see the shege together. So people that supported are now regretting it. That's why you see the Yorubas coming out to say that Tinubu government is a failure. You see Wike coming out to say that Tinubu government is a failure. You see people that supported APC then are now out saying that Tinubu government is a failure because why? The shaking went around. Everybody received their own token of shaking. So people are now crying out. So we are back on that woman that was crying on social media. So she was saying that Tinubu should make our life better because people are now hungry, people are dying. And then she said that she had two toddlers, that means two little kids to take care of. Then how can she do that with this hardship in this country? Talk more of sending them to school. You can see it's very hard, and life is getting more hard. So the body school students at Eva at the largest girls' grammar school in Bariga, Lagos State, are protesting against the state government's recent increase of feeding fees from 35K to 100K. The increase was 180%, almost 200% increase. That's what these governments are trying to do, or did, because it has been signed already. It's just meaning for them to carry it out. You could imagine increasing a 20% to a fee, whereas there's hunger in this country, and life in this country is a movie, it's a joke. So the school is one of the model college in the state. The protest, which began on Sunday, had a large group of parents storming the school area, chanting slogans and demanding an immediate reversal of the fee hike. So these are the videos, this picture or the image of some parents protesting as I see. They said Lagos State Divine Model College Parents Forum. So this is actually the school, the parents, the PTA, or let's say the parents actually. So they're protesting that the hunger and the anger is too much in this country, And thereby, why would the government increase such amount of money? It's not even like a 10% or is 200%. That means from 35K, they went ahead to move over to 100K. That should be the body fee of that school. And then how do they want students to survive? This is so sad again to listen to. This government should make life better for Nigerians because I don't know what else this government want us to do. And I keep on saying that so far there is hunger in this country, there will be insecurities, serious insecurities in Nigeria. Because you can see robbers raid Niger guest house, steal phone, cash, and motorcycle. With this kind of news, you shouldn't start surprised because that's the level where we are in this country. Everything is hard. People hardly survive. People are even committing suicide so that they will not live to feel the pain that this government have inflicted upon us because we are in serious pain in this country. Everybody is going through that shaggy. Everybody is going through that shaggy. Everybody going through that shaggy. Both the rich and the poor are going through the shaggy in this country because it's no longer funny. This government should help us because people are not begging. People are not begging that Tinubu government should please help us because they can't continue this hardship. Where how long can we live like this in Nigeria? I think we've stay like this for over 10 years. We have been suffering ever since the time of ex-government president Yar'Adua. Ever since then, Nigerians have been suffering and been asking the government to help us. Government should help us because we can't continue like this. What is the government doing? And because they are all comfortable, again, that's even the main reasons why they are treating us like this. Because most of them have children abroad, some have houses abroad, some have businesses abroad, some have an establishment abroad. Because you can't tell me that in the same country that don't have a good health care, the president's wife is donating to a foreign country for them to develop theirs. When I saw that tweet, I was so laughing because that shows that Nigeria is totally a joke. They have a country that don't have a good health care, but yet our president wife is boldly donating to another country so that they can say that they are good people. And then he left your country. Tinubu went for a checkup in another country and left his country because why? The country don't have enough of good health care and facilities to take care of their problems. So they go outside the country and they don't even care anything about what the masses are going through, the struggle that they've caused us to be going through because every single human being on earth in Nigeria is going through struggle. That's why you see people saying that this Nigeria is hell, that they cannot go to hell twice. That is some jokes, sir. Because we have seen hell in this country. Talk of light, we don't have steady power supply, and then whenever I want to bring for you bill, you will see a lot of money. Then you ask yourself, what did you use the light to do, or when did the never bring those kind of lights? That's the level we are. In a country where the government are imposing taxes on people using generator and solar energies, and a country where the government are imposing tax on every single person in this country. And my question is, what are they using those tax to do? Because I believe that those tax are for the government to help and build and rebrand a nation. But in our case, it's not like that, it's the opposite. Whereas we will come out and then the government are doing otherwise. How do the government plan on helping us? Because life in Nigeria is tiring. Life in Nigeria is tiring. But I want us to go back to this headline because this is the serious headline that says that I will support and respect the Igbos because they bring progress, development to my land and not destruction like the Northerners. The Igbos are builders. Their eyes don't open because at the end, your eyes, the truth must come out. Yorubas are not doing anything. Sorry, not the Yorubas. The Northerners are not doing anything. And guess what? That's why they say that the Igbos are the best. That Igbos should not go anywhere. That Igbos will stay. And guess what? During that time of Lagos, they are saying that the Igbos must go. If you take it, most Yorubas were against that movement because of what they know what are benefiting from the Igbos. They know the jobs and the opportunities that they are seeing for the Igbos. That's why most of them were against the Igbos going because they know that if the Igbos goes, that's the end of them. That's the end of them. So they are fighting that the Igbos should not go anywhere. The Igbos should stay and help build Lagos because the Igbos should leave Lagos. Lagos will fall. If the Igbos should leave Lagos, Lagos is going to fall. So that's why they are fighting that the Igbos should not go. Whereas some people are saying that the Igbos should go. I still those saying that the Igbos should go are those people that are so jealous of the Igbos because the Igbos have everything in this life. Igbos can survive in every state in this country. Igbos survived the Buhari regime, 8 good years, and now Tinubu in office, and we are 1 year gone, and the Igbos are surviving. And then the Northerners are the one I'm calling for Tinubu to resign because the shege is more in the other side. Because this was not what they were expecting. They were expecting that Tinubu will come and make their life better because they're Northerners. But guess what? Tinubu no send their papa. And that's why they're coming out so that there should be a protest coming October 1st to October 20th because this is going to be a 20 days protest. But to me, I think this will be a revolution because these governments are not listening to protests. They've done tons of protests in this country, and then the government they are yet to meet even one demand. No, they just miss what they want to do, take the money they want to take, and then do their life anyhow and they want to live it. That level we are in this country. That is so sad for everybody in Nigeria. And also, this APC matter is just paining me because we are fighting for a better Nigeria, and then some persons are busy doing their own. There's no way we can be fighting for APC and then we have this crowd supporting the APC. Then who is doing who this country? Who are the major problem we have in this country? Because I don't know if it's the government or is it the citizens. Because there's no way somebody in the right sense that know that this government, this party is not doing well, and then we go ahead to support that party. That person must not be in the right sense. And let me tell you something, anything happening right now is the plan of the government coming to pass. Because I believe the government have only subjected everyone to hunger so that they can do anything they want to do by bribing us. Because we all know that Nigerians must survive. So anywhere we see money, we go. That's like the system person that when they give them 1 5 to go against something or to do something bad, they will only do it because that money they give them to them it will feed them at that period of time. So they go into anything to do, and that's the problem of the government. And so guys, thank you for watching this video and coming to my life and staying up to this time. I will see you guys in my next life as we discuss more on the issues happening in Nigeria. Because every day by day we have more gist for you guys. Because Nigeria is everyday news, everyday bad news, and that's not even everyday good news. Because every day we come to this country, we are hearing only bad news. Why can you tell me that a whole 1 liter of fuel is 1,003. 1 liter of fuel, and for a person that owns a cyber cafe to run a business, that means he must buy a fuel that will last him the whole day. And we all know how many liter and how much that will cost him. Because when fuel was high during the time of Buhari, people switched over to using gas. That was so dangerous. But because of how hard this country is, people tend to adapt. So some persons went ahead to configure their generator to be using gas. And guess what? When they started using gas, gas also skyrocketed to how much? 1,000 something per kg. That means fuel and gas were now the same thing. But due to the risk, people have to go back to using fuel. Because using gas was so risky that it can burn down your whole houses. Because we know how gas explosion is. It's very deadly. And that's how this government have subjected us to the life of zero. Most persons now are begging on the street. You see a guy who is begging a fellow illiterate to give him job or to help him connect him to somewhere to start working to be able to see something to eat. The level where we are in Nigeria is so messed up that it's only God that can save us. Because right now we cannot save ourselves from ourselves. Since this picture I'm seeing like this now, I don't think we can save ourselves from ourselves. Because I think the main problem in this country is ourselves, is Nigeria itself, not even the government. The government has a role in the bad God Nigeria we're having today, but ourselves, we are doing ourselves. Then this crowd is almost running to millions of persons that came out to support the same APC that kept us in this mess we are in right now. And then tomorrow we are coming out to say that we want a better Nigeria. I don't think that is possible. By the way, like I said, I will see you guys in my next live. Thank you for tuning in. This is Breaking News Nigeria today. We give you guys updates on every news happening in Nigeria. Stay tuned tomorrow morning because I'll be coming with another topic, another headline, another gist for you guys so we can discuss that. And always remember to air your view in the comment section. If you have any comments, want to comment in the comment section, air it there in the comment section. I will see you guys in my next live. Stay tuned, guys.